Hello, this is Ichigo, and you're watching my tutorial on how to make a Team Fortress 2 map with Source SDK. In my last tutorial, we learned how to, or not how to, but we learned all the buttons that we're going to be using. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make your first room and the respawn rooms. So first what we're going to do is make a floor. Just go to bird's eye view. Go click the brush tool, sorry, the little gray square. Make sure you have um, a texture for it. I'm just going to put grass so I don't get mixed up with floors or walls. I'm going to hit enter. If we look in our 3D view, it should be created. I've created the floor of their room. So now what we're going to do is we're going to unhighlight that, and we again make another brush. Go to any view and just make a wall. And it looks like we've made a wall here, but it tells us that it's inside the floor. So let's raise it above the floor and have it go to about 256, because a normal player is usually like 96 units tall, so that should be a big enough wall. And look in the 3D view, make sure it's right. Once it is, make sure you have whatever texture you want for it, and put wall. I'm just doing this so I don't get mixed up. And hit enter, and there we have our wall. Now the slow way to build maps is to build it piece by piece. What you can do in here is you can copy and paste. Make sure the wall you want to copy is selected or highlighted. Hold down shift, don't let it go, and bring it over there. If we look in the 3D view, we have it. So now we need the other two walls. What we're going to do is hold down shift again, bring this down to the middle, and we have our wall in the middle. Now while I'm recording, my computer doesn't let me do keyboard shortcuts, but if you hit Control M while the object you have is highlighted, this box will pop up, and it's used to rotate, scale, or move. If rotate's already selected, so that's what we need. Go to the Z axis and type in 90 degrees, or just 90. And your wall will have been rotated 90 degrees. Now I'm going to scooch it to or fit it in. Don't want textures, overlaying textures. I'm going to scoot over there. Once that's done and it's highlighted, I'm going to hold down shift, put it there. So now we have our four walls and a floor. But where's our ceiling? So now what we're going to do is highlight the floor, hold down shift, drag it up there, and you now have all four walls, a floor, and a ceiling. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make this box twice as big, well, in height. So if you're in the 3D view and you hold down Control, you can click and highlight multiple objects. There we go. Now that I have that highlighted, I'm going to hold down shift, go to one of the, don't go to the bird's eye view, it doesn't work, go to one of the side views and lift it up right there. Go look at it, and we have made our room twice as tall. But this ceiling, or previous ceiling's in the way. So what you can do is go here, highlight it, and just hit the delete button, and it's gone. But now we have left a gap between our walls, and so we are going to have to highlight them all again. Remember, hold down Control while highlighting multiple objects. And we're not going to hold down any buttons, we're just going to move it down so on top to where it fits there. Now we have a bigger room and floor and ceiling. Now while you have these highlighted, what you probably want to do is make it into a skybox. While highlighted, go over here to the Rubik's Cube looking thing, and it's going to bring up this box or window. I'm going to go to Browse and type in to the filter Skybox. I'm gonna just use a really simple one. This one is Skybox. It's called tools/tools Skybox, two S's. You can type that in just to get precise into the filter, just to get precise answers, or you can just scroll through what they have. I'm gonna choose that. I'm gonna apply it, but there's way too many of them. So if I go up here to the Justify box and click Fit, it will fit it on each wall, and we have a skybox. Now that that's done, we can exit out of that. We have floor, walls, and a skybox. You never want to have anything leading to the outside, or in building a map, you never want to see the black from inside your map, because if you do, that means that you didn't texture there, or there's nothing there, and whenever you look there, it's gonna be glitchy. It's gonna it just messes up the map. So let's just say that. All right. Now we're gonna make the respawn rooms. Go to the brush tool. Gonna make a good wall. I'm gonna shrink the wall or the grid sizes so I can get a better wall. Make it 32 wide, and with all them in there, they're about 64 wide. I'm gonna put it to let's see. Yeah, it looks like a good one. Now what we're gonna do is, it seems that it's not about where we want it, so we're gonna put it over here, shrink it down about maybe 128. The wall's where we want it, but make sure you don't make it into the skybox texture. Just choose the wall texture, or whatever texture you want. Hit enter, and you have your respawn room wall. Now that looks a little too thick, so I'm gonna shrink my grid size, and I'm gonna shrink it to about 16. Looks better. Make it look better. Scoot it up here. On here. All right. Now what we're gonna do is hold down Shift. I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna rotate it on the Z-axis again, 90 degrees. Okay. Scoot over here. Just making sure that's wide enough. That's 64. So that should be wide enough for them to go pop in and pop out of. Alright, now we're going to make a ceiling for the respawn room. Go to the bird's eye view, or whatever view you want. It just all depends on what you want to do. Now it says we've created a box, so let's just fix that. Scoot it up. Match it to the roof, or to the room, like this. Make sure it's not too tall. Make it about 16 tall, or yeah. And hit enter. And there you have your respawn room. Now that we have that respawn room, and usually most TF2 maps are mirror reflected maps, that means they're the same side, or on each side they're the same, they've just been reflected or flipped. I'm gonna highlight the respawn room, hit Control Shift, drag, hit there we go. I'm gonna drag it out here. Don't unhighlight anything. We're gonna hit Control M, or go right click it and go into transform. On the Z-axis, we're gonna rotate it 90 degrees, or no, excuse me, 180. So now it's the exact opposite of what, or it's the opposite of what we have over here. If I go over here, I'm gonna just scroll out. Put it right there. And now we have our 2 respawn rooms and floor, wall, ceiling, and skybox. In the next tutorial, I'll show you how to make or how to put players in your respawn room and how to make the respawn room a respawn room. See you next tutorial.